Hi everyone, my name is Zoaib Mirza and I represent the Blue Demon team. My topic is Virtual Team and its challenges. Virtual Team is an integral part of both educational and corporate organization, and as we have all seen at work and in educational institutes that we work virtually, and that has been increasing day by day. According to the latest research, virtual teamwork has increased 800% over the past 5 years, and Gartner predicts that 70% of organizations will have established their own private virtual worlds. I'm sure you must have seen Second Life as an example as well, and every year you would notice that Second Life has been increasing and is also gaining popularity. In order to understand how a virtual team works, let's identify what are the roles in a virtual team. Basically, there are four main roles. Owner or client that defines the objectives and outcomes of the meeting and select the technology to be used. The owner also works with the facilitator to make sure that everything has been coordinated properly. Participants who attend the meeting, then the facilitator who coordinates the meeting and tests the technology before the meeting. And obviously the technology, which is the means through which a virtual meeting is conducted. Then there are different types of virtual teams. Network team basically consists of individuals who collaborate to achieve a common goal of purpose. Membership is frequently diffused and fluid. Parallel team work over a short term to develop recommendations for an improvement in a process or system and have a distinct membership. Project or product development teams can conduct projects for users or customers or for a defined period. Tasks are usually non-routine and the results are specific and measurable. Teams have decision-making authority. Work or production teams perform regular and ongoing work, usually in one function, clearly defined membership. Service teams support customers or the internal organizations, typically in a service technical role around the clock. Management teams work collaboratively on a daily basis within a functional division of a corporation. An action team offers immediate responses activated in emergency situations. Now, understanding that we have seen the roles and what teams are, we would assume that understanding the tasks that we do in normal day-to-day life, we can assign different teams, but virtually it's not that easy. There were different resources, and I've categorized them into two main, under communications and technology and training. Let's go to communications. Roles of team members and outcome of projects in meetings is not clearly defined. Because everyone is remotely located, that's why no one gets time to know each other and define the tasks correctly. Non-verbal communication is difficult, especially when team members cannot see each other. Obviously, when you meet someone face to face, it's much more easy to communicate using your verbal and non-verbal communication. Social aspect is missing. This is one of the major issues one of the major challenges found in virtual teams, because you're not able to socialize virtually and time is limited, so everyone logs in at a specific time frame and they tend to complete the meeting and then go back to their normal day-to-day life or their normal routine tasks in their offices, and this could lead to lack of trust between members, which in result will affect the work. It's difficult to keep everyone motivated because everyone is remotely located and you don't know what everyone is doing at that time. So the facilitator has a big challenge to make sure that everyone is involved in the conversation, because unlike in a physical setting, there are some active speakers, some active members. In virtual, it's much more difficult to engage everyone in a conversation. Cultural, geographical, and language differences can also make members being hesitant to communicate with each other. This could be an example would be someone who is more fluent in English would want to speak more as someone who is not fluent, where English is not their second language, and they would tend to listen more. So it's not easy to engage everyone in a conversation and within the specific time frame have results at the end of the meeting. And while you're having a conversation or a discussion, you're working on a project, conflicts will arise, and it's very difficult to resolve those conflicts. Again, in a normal setting, it would be easy to pinpoint and then address people and give them the opportunity to speak out and explain their points using different means. Online, it's extremely difficult. Concluding and rescheduling meetings can also be difficult due to the time difference and locations. People in different time zones, it's not easy for everyone to be collected at the same time. Then technology and training. For a meeting to begin, it's not necessary that everyone is aware of the tool that would be used for them to conduct their meeting. So it's important for the organization to make sure that all the members who will be part of a virtual team are aware and can fluently use the technology that will be used. There's always a fear of using a new technology, so it's important that ample time is given to every member to become comfortable with the technology. So at the end of the day, the technology shouldn't come in the way to express their point of view or to perform any task. Knowing the technology and having a meeting is separate from understanding that how can a virtual team how can they work successfully. Therefore, ample training should be conducted for the members to understand the pedagogy of facilitating online meetings. An example would be teaching online as well, that a content expert would be able to teach the content, but teaching it online doesn't mean that he or she would be able to teach it correctly. So that is the same case with online team meetings, where they should make sure that they understand the pedagogy of how to facilitate online meetings. And then at the end of the day, when the technology is you have the technology, but there is insufficient IT support. So that's important to make sure that the technology shouldn't fail. In conclusion, virtual teams are now a vital part of an organization, and as you would see and recognize that this is an explosion, that it's being scattered everywhere, and this will increase more and more. More research and resources should be allocated to develop strategies for dealing with these new challenges. Virtual teams require more planning, better communication strategies, and online facilitation skills, and high-end technology. So as you can see that it would be expensive at first, but then later, once you have an infrastructure and you have done ample testings, and once you have a set protocol, it should be easy for everyone to conduct virtual meetings. At the end of the day, virtual meetings will increase cultural diversity, working flexibility, cost effectiveness, and increase the opportunity to acquire the best talent without geographical restrictions.